Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and it is Sunday, August 2nd, and it's a new vlog week. This is a channel about cross stitch. You may not have seen my face in a while. I know I haven't recorded much. I haven't recorded anything. I had a family emergency come up. I already tried to record this video once, hence the way I look, but I decided, long story short, my dad passed away. My stepdad was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in May and passed on July 17th. And I had to help my mom get through it and help with the service, and now I'm back home and I am happy to get back to whatever normal is going to be now. So I don't like 2020. Let's just put it that way. Okay, on to cross stitching, because I can't do this anymore. I did not do hardly any stitching over the last 2 weeks. What I did was insignificant. I mean, it wasn't completely insignificant, but I'm not showing it. I did some work on Pretty Little Paris, and I tried to stick with Uno, but, you know, I was distracted. I did get a finish last night, which I did not bring with me. I finished Autumn Wreath, partly because there was parts where I thought I was missing backstitch. Like I had started to do the backstitching and just left random parts out. Turns out that's how the pattern was charted, was to stitch some leaves and not others. So, but I went to move the Q-snap last night and realized I was finished. So, I have a picture of it posted now, but so that is Autumn Wreath completely complete. That is my oldest whip, or was my oldest whip, so that's pretty exciting. My next oldest is Fairy Tale Lands 2, and it may stay my oldest for a while. It's not one that calls to me like the other ones do. I'll show you. I have this. I actually worked on it kind of recently, I think. I'm down here somewhere. That'll finish that side. I still just have that side, but it's one of those that I like it, but I don't feel this push to finish it. It's more of a process thing than a product thing, especially now that my kids are a little bit older. You know, maybe finishing it for their kids someday, so I'm not real. Yeah. Alright, tonight, and I am trying my best to get back into normality, and by that I'm jumping right back into my routine. I say that, but tomorrow's going to mess it up just a little bit. Anyway, or tonight. Actually, tonight's going to get messed up a little bit. I'll explain here in a minute. So I'm going to start working on Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Yeah, Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I'm going to work on this for a little bit tonight, but not for an incredibly long time. I know normally I devote all of Sunday to it, but it is Sunday, August 2nd. And that means in just a few short hours at midnight, I will be having a birthday. And I decided, rather than waiting till tomorrow evening when I get to work to do my birthday start, I'm going to start it at midnight. So now I just have to remember where I put it. I think I put it in here. This is, because I do not have the picture with me, Garden Prelude from Mirabilia. And man, I really meant to bring that pattern with me, but I didn't. And if I'll try and insert a picture. She's the one playing a violin. So I got this beautiful fabric called Twilight Meadow from Sunny Dyes Fabrics, and this is what it looks like. Oh, I should almost go with the back. The back's a little more subtle. Should I go more subtle? Or should I go more vibrant? I don't know. I'll have to message my friends and see what they think. So anyway, I am doing her on this fabric, and I think I measured, that's where all my found all my needles, because I was measuring to make sure she would fit. So what I want to do is put the flowers right at the edge of that so that I don't have to have the arches, and then the flowers still make sense. So I want them to go right there. So we're going to get started on that tonight. I know Victoria Gable or Stitch a Button, she's starting with me. There may be a few other people, I'm not quite sure. I want to say Vicky at Reading and Stitching is starting with me too. Anyway, we're going to get started on that tonight. And then we will figure out what the rest of the week has in store. But like I said, we're going to try and get back to normal recording. And hopefully 2020 will leave me alone and leave the people I love alone so that we can get on. So, one little other piece of information that happened in the last 2 weeks that I wasn't here to tell you about. So, for any of you that have been around a little while, you know that my daughter tried out for her junior high cheer team in February and found out she made it. She is one of 6 girls that made the team for the fall. And then this summer they had a summer camp where they learned a few routines and things like that. It was actually 3 of the days that I was dealing with, trying to get everything together for a service. And so my mother-in-law kept her here making me and let her go to cheer camp while I dealt with my mom. And then, so in this 3 days, at the end of the 3 days, they had this cheer thing, and she got All-American. So I said, you're a cheerleader all of 5 minutes, and you're already making All-American. So I'm very excited for her, and she goes into practice again this week. So. All right, I'm going to get to stitching so I can get a few stitches in on Once Upon a Fairy Tale before midnight, and I will check in with y'all later this evening. Oh my goodness, y'all, I am so out of practice. Okay, I've got just a few minutes before my relief should be showing up. She's in a mood, y'all, so let's do this quick. I got 200 stitches put on Once Upon a Fairy Tale. This one and this one. And so I don't think that's too bad, considering. And then I got started in my new start, which is Garden Prelude by Mirabilia. And I got 700 stitches in here. It's not going to look like it though because I had to frog half of it out. But I started in the flowers. She's here. I gotta go. See y'all soon. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It is Monday, August 3rd. It's my birthday. 32. 32. I'm not sure how it shows on your screen. I turned 32 today. And like Jessie said earlier this year, it's my shortest birthday because it's only 32 or 30. It's my 32nd birthday. 30 seconds. I'll have you know, Jessie, I was making that pun all week last week with my mom, and she just rolled her eyes at me. So, okay, I know this morning's clip was as messed up as it gets. So, quick recap. Once Upon a Fairy Tale got 200 stitches, and I got my new start, Garden Prelude. I got like 700 stitches put in. However, I also had to frog 100 stitches, so, or somewhere in there. I didn't count. I don't count my frog stitches. The lighting. I'm not sure. Anyway, of course the sun's gonna. Okay, now I gotta turn this way a little bit. So that's where I got to. I had all this part filled in but it was with the wrong water lilies. So I had to pull it all back out. Those water lilies are actually up in here. And there's a purpley gray that's going to go there that I'm really excited to get to work on tonight. So my plan is to work on this until midnight. And so I know exactly how many stitches I got done on my birthday. So, and then I'll figure out homework and you know, work on whatever the rest of the night, but I'm really loving this. I started with the flowers so that I could make sure and have them right along this green. I just tossed a needle out of there. And I'm hoping I get to her dress. It's only like maybe that much more to get to her dress. So I'm hoping to at least get there so that before I start filling it up. When I put this on the Q-snap, I forgot that there's like nothing right here. Eventually her dress will come out a little bit, but like all this blank space. So I really should have moved it down so I could work up. Now this is as tall as it is right here, outside of like a bead or two. But here's where it starts kind of building up a little bit more, so I don't know. I may move the Q-snap before I get started on it tonight so that I can work up that way, but I really want to get over to the dress. Okay, so that's planned for tonight. Another thing I want to do is slowly at each video show you things that have come in the mail while I was gone the last couple weeks or are coming in the mail now. I missed there was 2 packages that came in the mail while I was gone. 2 that just came today, but I didn't grab those before I left the house today. And I'm expecting like 4 more or 5 more or something like that. It's crazy. So my fabric of the month from Leslie came in. I'm going to take these out of the bag because with that sunlight, I will just blind y'all. Now, the nice thing about Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics is when she puts an update up and she shows you what the color of the month is going to be. She gives you like a few days to a week before she sends out the invoices for you to make changes to whatever your fabric of the month is. Like, for example, mine is 32 count Jobelin. I could be like, ooh, well, I really think Lugana dyed better this month, or linen, or whatever. So or maybe I need a 28 of that, or a 40 instead of a 32. You can make those changes at that point on a post in her group. The other thing that's amazing about Leslie that you can do is ask for a second cut. And this one, I really love my 32 count Jobelin, so I didn't want to not get it, but I really like the way the linen dyed. And so I was like, and you know me, I'm not a big linen fan, so I still wanted mine even weave as well. So I got both. So here's my 32 count Jobelin. And this is Melissa's. Oh man, that sun is not going to cooperate with me. Okay, y'all are going to have to move. Move my drink. Maybe if I do it from this angle. I know y'all are a lot more in my face, but maybe the sun will cooperate. Sorry, y'all. So, it's just, there we go. You can kind of see it. I'm going to fold it. Now, the Lugana came, it's like a sand color, but it's a little peachy when the sun hits it. But mostly it's this sandy tan color that you're seeing. Not a lot of modeling because it's Jobelin. I mean, you can see a little bit in there, but it's not like, whoo, in your face modeling. It's pretty subtle. So I think it's a nice, like, neutral color for a piece that needs not too much going on. Now, and I know the Lugana came out more brown. I know because I also got a piece of Lugana for a friend. But it came out a little more brown, less of the peachy that Jobelin came out. But this linen, 32 count linen, is just all the mess today. You'd think I've totally forgotten how to do a video. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Look how amazingly that modeled. So it's not that just that you can't see because the sunlight, it's that when it shines in my eyes, I can't see what I'm showing you. Nice modeled. It's got more of like a parchment look to it. It's a little more on the orange side, like an orange brown, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and like I said, it reminds me of like parchment or paper or old weathered fabric. So I think it could be really good for some stuff. This is, my daughter gave this to me for my birthday today. It's pretty. Kind of like having the jewelry on. Where's my watch? I just had my watch on. I think I took it off because it's dead. I need to charge it. I was playing with it. That's what happened. I could tell by the way it's rolled up because I was playing with the magnet while I was on the phone. That's what I do when I'm stressed. Okay. All right. Now, y'all went kersplat. Like, I am so sorry if that was loud. Ooh. Okay, next I have my Misty Under the Sea fabric. As always, Lexi stole my candy. It was a butterscotch though, so no hard feelings there. And she kind of went very similar to the route that Leslie did. See, we got some pretty yellow going on here. Yellow is, it's more of a favorite neutral for me than, say, like tan. I'm more likely to gravitate towards a yellow. It's happy. It reminds me of sunshine and happiness, and so I tend to love a good yellow. So this is how that one turned out. This is a 32 count doublet. No, 32 count Madonna. And it's just a very soft, beautiful yellow with a little bit of modeling in there. So I love it. It kind of reminds me of buttered popcorn. Is that a thing? I feel like that's a fabric color that I've seen that it reminds me of. It's a little more brown. I mean, not brown, but like on the brownie side of yellow rather than the more vibrant yellow. Anyway. So those were my fabrics of the month that came in while I was gone. Like I said, I have a couple more packages. I'll try to remember to grab and show y'all tomorrow. So I'm going to work on Garden Prelude for 4.5 more hours and get an official count of how many stitches I got in today for my birthday. And then I will eat cheesecake as a birthday party for myself. It's really good. It's cold and wet. It's not too hot today, but there's soda on that. Alrighty, I'm going to quit being all distracted like, and I'm going to stitch. I'm going to try and stitch. I feel like I got really good progress last night, and compared to the people I was stitching with, it was good progress. I don't know why I do better, like, once it's dark outside, I tend to do better than right now where I kind of get distracted by everything. It's the sunlight, man. It screws with me. Alright, y'all. I will check in later. Good morning, my friends. Okay, so I did some stitching. Pretty good. So my overall total for Garden Prelude for 24 hours from midnight starting August 3rd to midnight ending August 3rd was 1,214 stitches. Of course it doesn't look like that because some of it was frog stitches, but still. So here is what it looks like a little far away, so you can kind of get an idea of what the fabric looks like. And then come in close. I really got a good start on the flowers. Like, this is the very top of this one, and there's a lot of beads that go around that. That's a flower, and again with beads. So I would do like one strand trying to build this up, and then one strand going over so that I could work on the dress a little bit. Sorry, the lighting in here is not great. So you can see where I got a little bit of a start on the dress, but that little garden is just absolutely wonderful, and will be that much better when I can fill in all the holes with beads, and like there's beads all the way around that, and in here, and in here, lots of beads. So pretty good birthday start, I think. So I've had a start on my birthday the last 3 years. 3 years ago, well, This is the third year. So 2 years ago was Forever and Ever, which I recently finished. And then last year I started Fireworks on the 4th. And then this year I started Garden Prelude. So that is that. Okay. And so I was able to use that for one of my homeworks where we're having to pick between the three sisters, one of which is Mother Gothel from, you probably know it as Tangled, the Rapunzel story. So, I used Garden Prelude as Mother Gothel because she has dark hair and that sort of thing. And then there's also Primrose and Hazel. So I'm using, I chose this project for Primrose, who tries to make not so beautiful things more beautiful. In the story, excuse me, I have a bit of an upset stomach this morning. In the story, they live in the dead forest, and she's always putting up ribbons and hearts and different things like that to just beautify the place. So I chose May wordplay because when you're gardening, you are trying to beautify your place. So I felt like it was very fitting. And then I also used it for a couple of Cheryl's prompts. One had to do with ground, and you had to say what would be buried under the ground. Another one was stone, bone, or clay, and these are little clay pots. And then the last one is something handmade, and a garden can be handmade. So, or I would figure it is handmade. So I'm working on this, and I've gotten 500 stitches in on it. The Cheryl prompts this week are 2 or 1, so I can be finished with all 3 at this point. And I'm going to need to be because it's almost time to go. So, I love the color of this. It really just stands out. So tonight, I don't know what I'm going to work on yet tonight. Today's Tuesday. Excuse me, so it's another homework day. I will try, and I need to find something for Hazel. I'm really not sure what that is. And then a couple things for Daily 30. So, trying to get back into my routine of things. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Very tired the last couple days, so that isn't helping. But I still feel like I've made good progress. So. Alright, I'm going to put all this up. I'm going to go home and try and sleep past, or try and sleep all the way up to my alarm clock today. And I will check in with y'all this evening. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Tuesday, August 4th. And this is the second time I'm recording this because we recorded upside down somehow. I'm not quite sure how that happened. So, alright. What are we going to work on tonight? So I was, this morning we worked on Garden Prelude and May wordplay. I was trying to find something tonight, not only that I could fit into homework, but also that I felt like working on or felt like needed progress for one reason or another. So part of that is my whip go, because we are getting really close to being able to have a bingo, and I'm going to show you my whip go board. My paper one hasn't been completely updated, I don't think. Here it is. My digital one has, so I've got that one over here to go based on. So with the numbers called this month, there's an opportunity for 2 bingos. The first is this O line, and the second is the P line. So, that sounds funny. Anyway. So, House Targaryen, I need a page finish. That has been completed. Guardians of Notre Dame, it was a finish, and that's finished. I solemnly swear I want a page finish, and I'm getting fairly close to that one. Blessed Life is a finish, and it's really close. Then Spangled was a page finish, and it's already been completed. So if I get these 2 done, I can have a bingo. The other one, Forever and Ever, has been finished. Pretty Little Paris is almost finished, but it's still got a little weight to it, but still. Free's been called. Happiness I finished. Sugar cookies, I need to finish 2 letters, and I think I'm getting really close, but I don't think it's there yet. So I have the opportunity for these 2 bingos. Now, my prize to me, if I complete these bingos, is to start a new Haid. I have 2 kitted, so really if I get both bingos, then I have to come up with a new prize for any future bingos, but we'll worry about that down the road. I have 2 Haids kitted. They're on the smaller side comparatively, and so if I get a bingo on one of these, I can start that. And I really want to, like, once the numbers got called and I knew the opportunity was there, I want to start bringing these projects to the forefront. People play Whip Go a bunch of different ways. I know Vicky from Reading and Stitching, every time one gets called, she has to start it that month. Some people are making it their goal to finish the numbers that are called within the month. Mine is just kind of whatever the goal gets hit throughout the year. And I try and make it enough of a goal that it is going to take me a better part of a year to do it. And as you can see, we're in August now, and I have several of these I still need to meet. But so I'm excited, and I said, which of these projects, I was really focusing on Solemnly Swear and Blessed is the Life, because those were the ones I could remember off the top of my head. Pretty Little Paris is a scavenger hunt piece, so I'll be working on it tomorrow anyway. And I'm not sure about sugar cookies. I hadn't thought about that. But so of these, Blessed is the Life has already been worked on in this rotation, because in case you're new here, I want to work on. It's a homework day though. Okay. So I try and pick ones based on the fact that I haven't worked on them in a while. If they fit for homework, that kind of null and voids that. So if I could fit it into homework today, I could work on it. Otherwise, I work on them Thursdays and Fridays, something that has not previously been worked on. It's making me wonder if I shouldn't pull out Blessed. Anyways, I could always do that next week. I really want to do that. Okay, how can I fit Blessed is the Life into this? We're going to pull it out. We're going to look at this. Look at me changing my plans right here on screen. So I originally pulled out I Solemnly Swear and found ways to make it fit. That's good intentions. But, oh, it's in my other bag because I've already worked on it. Let's talk about Solemnly Swear. Maybe I can work on both tonight. Here is I Solemnly Swear I'm up to no good. So basically from about, this is all in page 1, pretty much. So I need to finish a little bit of gold filigree up here. And then the L and the Y, and then swear. That's all in page 1. I think it might end here because I think that's why that's done. Anyway, if I finish page 1, that completes that Whip Go goal. Can it get done tonight? Possibly. I'm not gonna swear to it, especially if I worked on Blessed is the Life first. So, Blessed is the Life, I ran out of a color, which is why I didn't finish it the last time I worked on it. And then I was supposed to work on it for Laurel's birthday on Virtual Stitchers, but then I was out of town and couldn't. So I was trying to see if I had it kind of easily accessible. I'm not seeing it though. So anyway, I'll go and pull it out and we'll stitch on it a few. We'll see if I can get it to fit one of the prompts so that I have an excuse to work on it. You know, because I need excuses. Alright, I'm going to go get that and I'll be right back. Okay, in the back. So here's where we're at on Blessed is the Life. This is by Little House and Other Works, I believe. And I've gotten most of it done. I'm down here at the end. And it kind of looks like a lot, but it's really not. I think I'm going to try and knock this over tonight. See if I can get it to fit a prompt. I don't know. We will see. So I'm going to get to working on that, and I will check in with y'all here in a little bit. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Tonight has gone well-ish, mostly. I'm about where I wanted to hit on both my goals. So the first goal was to work on Blessed is the Life. I was able to knock out that's not the right one. I was able to knock out a couple homework assignments with it, but then I kind of ran out of homework assignments, and then I realized I hadn't looked at what extra credit was for. It's not it either. Where did I put it? Hadn't looked at homework or extra credit for magical stitches, so then I was talking to Vicky, and she's like, it's just spelling out Mother Gothel. So I was able to get, oh yeah, in here, I think in here? In here would be the wrong place, but it's probably where I put it. So anyways, I was able to use it a little bit more, and ended up finishing it up, which was what I wanted to do, because then it gets marked off my whip go board, but I've gone and misplaced it. Where's my other bag? 1, 2. There you are. Whew. Made my head spin a little bit. All right. So here it is, and I got the finish. So this is Blessed is the Life from Little House Needleworks. It says, blessed is the life that finds joy in the journey. And I just love it. I had to do a lot of farming on this one. This one caused me a few headaches, so it's kind of nice that it's all done. So then, I finished that one just after midnight, and then I took my little dinner break, and then I went to I Solemnly Swear. And I've had to move the Q-snap since y'all looked at it earlier, so just be wary. But I finished all the filigree up here, finished the L, did all the Y, and now I'm working on the top part of Swear. So you can see this is the line where the page cuts off. So, in fact, I think there's a little bit of this S right here that I need to add in. Then that's the E. I just need the A and the R. I do have to put this up now because my relief should be here in the next 15 minutes, even though she sits in her car and waits till 6. I don't like taking the stuff out to the vehicle when other people are here. So I will put it up for now and bring it back out on Thursday. Tonight is Scavenger Hunt night, so I do not want to, I'm going to do Scavenger Hunt night. Especially because I think I just have these 3 prompts to finish up the second tier. And then I can go into the 3rd tier. So, which means a little bit higher stitch counts and some new pictures and stuff like that. So, I'm really excited for that. I want to get all 4 tiers done. And it's August. So, I think, I feel like that's pretty good, you know. But, can't find the little thingy for my, okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna get this put up. I will check back in with y'all tonight. I do have, I finished Autumn Wreath the other days, and that was one of my Scavenger Hunt pieces, so I had to pick a new Scavenger Hunt piece. I will show you that tonight, and we will be ready to go. I try and get those 3. I think I can get more than 3 tonight. We'll see. So I'm gonna get to cleaning up, and I will see y'all soon. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is August 5th, Wednesday. Wednesday means it is Scavenger Hunt day. I'm so excited. I have really enjoyed Scavenger Hunt this year, partly because of all the progress it has brought me, because it's made me focus on just 3 projects. You're only allowed to use 3 projects to complete it. And unless you, of course, complete one of those projects, then you sub something in. But as most of y'all know, I'm not good at sticking with projects. And I'm not, like, working on them every day. I'm, right now, working on them once a week. Every once in a while, you know, I'll slip an extra some work on it here and there. But for the most part, it's every Wednesday I try and do as much as I can towards Scavenger Hunt. And so far I have finished 4 or 5 projects. Like, 2 happy. So what I did at the beginning of the year was I picked a big project, a medium project, and a small project. My big project being Alice. I wanted to get significant progress on her. She's a Haid. I knew I would not obviously finish her by the end of the year, but it means that I'm working on her every week. My second one that I picked at the beginning of the year was Forever and Ever, which was kind of a bigger project, but was also closer to a completion and something that I wanted to finish by the end of the year. And then I picked Too Happy, which was a small project that I knew I could finish relatively quickly, and I wanted it done as it's a gift for somebody. So I finished Too Happy. I replaced it with Sophia, which was a project that I had borrowed from a friend. I had borrowed the pattern from a friend. Deborah, Stitch the Stash. So working on it like that meant I got it done quickly and got the pattern back to her. It was a fairly small pattern also. I replaced Sophia with Autumn Wraith. Now, Autumn Wraith is a bigger project. It was one of my oldest projects, actually. It was one of 2 that I've carried over from 2017, but my other one's a Haid, so you know that's how that goes. Which was my first Stitch Mania. So, I replaced that one with Autumn Wraith, and then I completed Forever and Ever, and I replaced Forever and Ever with Pretty Little Paris, and then now I have finished Autumn Wraith. So, it's going to get replaced with a project that I do not foresee me finishing this year. But, and as with Pretty Little Paris, when I replaced Forever and Ever, I was looking at stuff that, of course, I wanted to focus on, but also maybe had bigger blocks of color or something so that they stitch a little faster, because as I'm getting into the 3rd tier, my stitch counts are going to start going up. In tier 3, the lowest stitch count you can do to complete that prompt is 300, and then the top tier is 500. So I wanted things that I felt like were going to fit that a little better. So Pretty Little Paris, and that one is one that's kind of close to a completion too, but it's bigger blocks of colors that I can stitch a little bit faster or get a couple more prompts on a Wednesday night, because sometimes Alice, it takes me half a night just to get the 200 stitches on her. So when it comes to getting 5, it's going to be insane. But we'll do what we can. We can only do our best. But it's motivating. It's, you know, it gives you purpose, and it just focus. I feel like my word for 2020, other than it sucks, is focus. Yeah, I've been working on that. So what I replaced Autumn Wraith with, and there was some debate on this, and I had some friends vote, and what we ended up with is Anzac. Now, part of what made me hesitate with Anzac is it's a newer start for me. And I'm like, this should be about getting some of those older pieces out of here. But a lot of my older pieces right now are ones that I don't have a lot of drive to complete. They're more of a process stitch than they are, you know, getting to the end. Like Fairy Tale Lands 1 and 2, Legendary Creatures, those sorts of things. I don't have this need to get it done, hang it up, see it finished, especially since my kids are a little bit older now, so Fairy Tale Lands 2, like, it's not as much of a thing. So, I ended up, I picked a few, either because they were ones I thought I could finish, or they were ones with big blocks of color. I did put a couple of, you know, the older ones in there, because that was a thought process. You know, I had all these different, why should I pick the next one for Scavenger Hunt? So then I left it to a vote, and everybody voted on Anzac. So, Anzac, I hope that's not the right way. I don't think. Wait. I put a pin in the top, right? That's not right. Here we go. That's the way it goes. So this one, of course, is lots of, I mean, The only reason it has different colors is because I chose to do it that way. But you can see from this strip that I can stick with one color for a while, or I can switch, it doesn't matter. I do want to kind of come down here and finish out the pink and then work up and down and up and down. Maybe. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now, but I mainly need to finish the pink to see how close we get to the side. You can see we got about an inch and a half over here. It should be the same over here because it started in the middle, but you know how that goes. So I want to discover. So I will be putting that on the Q-snap, and it is one of the pieces I am working on for today. The other one is Pretty Little Paris, as I just stated. So right now I'm in a, like, I'm going to be filling in this bridge. You know, getting 200 to 300 stitches down there, it's going to go quick. It's going to go quick. Part of the reason it's kind of, I've been skipping around is because at the time I didn't have access to my flosses, and these were the only ones, like, I had run out of those on my floss card. So it shouldn't be too bad. It's a lot of fill in at this point. A lot. And then of course my Alice. So my plan right now, I have 3 prompts left. There we go. 1, 2. Perfect. I have 3 prompts left to finish tier 2 and go into tier 3, and then and so I can get 200 stitches on each one of those, lickety split, at least everybody but Alice, and move on to tier 3. Now in tier 3, my minimum is 300. I can either go for 400 or 500 if I'm fitting it with a prompt or something. So I don't know why there's this sticky thing down here. I wonder what that came off of. Anyway, so 200 on each of those, and then if I have enough time, I will pick another one at Anzac or Pretty Little Paris probably, and put another, try to get another 300 prompt in there. Should be fairly easy to do as long as I can focus. Okay, so I forgot the stitch email yesterday to show you, but I remembered it today, so let's go over that real quick. I do want to put in a little spoiler alert here. If you had signed up for the Stitching Sirens retreat last year, or this year, we were supposed to have it in May. It then got postponed until August, and then it got canceled altogether or moved out to next year. So what she did was she went ahead and sent us the kits we would have received, and I think there's a Zoom thing going on this weekend. So if you have signed up for it and have not gotten your package, or don't want to be spoiled or anything like that, you're going to have to fast forward a little bit. So I don't know what else to tell you. It's getting pretty close to the date though that, well, actually, by the time this video goes up, that will have done passed, so maybe it's not a big deal. Anyway, so one of my favorite things before we get to the kit is the Stitching Sirens needle minder. Come on, focus. Focus on that, please. Focus. You gonna do that? Why are you not focusing? I don't know. It's not focusing. Maybe it's the lighting. But anyway, she's this gorgeous mermaid. I'll hold her back here. There we go. Don't look at my face. So, very pretty needle minder. The other thing is she always puts in the little gift baggies just little things that she finds, and we got a mini highlighter, very bright orange, a mini gel pen, mine's gold, it's pretty cool, and some little erasers. I got some under the sea stickers to put on things, just some little erasers. Okay, so next we have the kit. I believe it's called Witches and Stitches. The fabric is 32 count opalescent Belfast linen by Under the Sea Fabrics. So that is this. And the color is so not right because of, you know, it's that time of day. Or I got the glowy sun coming in here and this horrible background. Let's see if we can kill some of that light, maybe even us out. Okay. So anyways, it's like a purple gray color. Leaning a little more towards the gray than the purple, but that's linen? That so looks like an even weave. Just saying. Okay. So, maybe that's what, I don't know. So, it comes with the floss. I think this colorful one in the middle. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you. So in this, there is Slate by Karen Water Lilies, and 310. And it looks like there's a purple. No. Nope, that must be part of the Slate, because she said it's only one color. Feel free to choose whatever color you want. So, I'm going to do a quick flash of this pattern way back here so you can see what it is. So, it says Witches and Stitches. It has a hat, a broom, and some X's. So, there's that. This is the floss. I feel like that is like a purple, water lilies, and black, but I could be mistaken because that's not on this list. Guess I'll know more when I pull it apart. She sent little backing pieces, I guess. I don't know if there's instructions on how she plans. I don't know. So it came with some little ribbon, some backing fabrics. We've got a couple polka dots and a black gingham. We've got some of the finishing trim is Wizard Chanel by Lady Dot Creates. The trim is attached using the 552, so that's why the purple is in there. And then it came with a needle and a little back button. So, and it says tiny flying back button, just another button company. I don't know where he's supposed to be attached. Oh, maybe where the heart is. Yep. So he's over, kind of under the word in, next to the hat. So that is the little kit I got in the mail from Leslie at Under the Sea Fabrics. Part of the Stitching Sirens Retreat kit. I actually have 2 of them because I paid for myself and my sister-in-law to go. So there's that. I don't have 2 yet. I got a shipping notice for 2 of them, and I know that they shipped on the same day, and yet I have hers and not mine. Okay, this next was a gift from a gorgeous friend of mine, Heather, the Blessed Stitcher, here on Floss Tube. She lives across the state from me, and she did some beautiful finishing for me last year. It was just absolutely gorgeous, and I love watching her videos, and because she is definitely a product stitcher. She whips it out, she finishes it, bam. Not so totally opposite of me, it's insane. But it's great to watch her. And she says she no longer uses her grime guards. I think she's stitching in hand now. So she had no use for her grime guards, so she sent to me all of them. So, it's kind of a big bag, so good. Okay. We got some for like a little hoop, teeny tiny little hoop, yellow with spot circles on it. It's very cute. We got, I'm pretty sure most of these fit a hoop, but I have found that you can, if you get big enough hoop ones, they can go around the grime garden. So this is a beautiful blue one. This is one of my favorites. It's the put your big girl panties on and deal with it. I feel like I want to say this to so many people lately. So many people in my life. So, there's that. We've got, this looks like flowers. This one also for like, oh, is that a heart? Oh my goodness, they're tie-dyed hearts. I love hearts. It's for a small hoop also. We got some X's, colorful X's. We've got black with flowers. Really like that. We have some, and this would definitely fit on my monkey snubs. I think she left a needle in it. There's a needle right there. Let me know if you need your needle back, Heather. Toy Story. Toy Story. Woody and Buzz. And then these flowers. Ooh, holding these open. The elastic on them. Oh, my shoulder. Okay. Ooh, Germex. Alright, that's it. That's 15 minutes of me just blubbering on. So I'm gonna get to stitching and I will check in with y'all later this evening. Okay, everybody, good morning. I got way into my stitching and stitched too much and now I'm almost out of time. So, I mean, I've got like 10 minutes. If he doesn't show up early. So, where did we get to? We got progress. First is, so I said I had 3 more to finish the second tier, but I actually had 4 because number 47 was when I finished Autumn Wreath and it wasn't enough stitches. So I needed to get 4 prompts done to finish tier 2 and I did that. So first I put in 200 stitches all in the bridge of Pretty Little Bears. So that was 1 prompt done. Then I put in 200 stitches on Minnie Alice and the Dolly Dream. So these 2 blocks here, fixing to get ready to start another row. And it's the last row for the page. So yeah, that's not showing up very well. But anyway, so 200 on Minnie Alice and the Dolly Dream. This number 48 done. And then I went to Anzac, and I have stuck with Anzac ever since because I really wanted to get that diagonal finished. So number 49, 200 stitches, done. Number 50, 200 stitches, done. And number 1 on tier 3, I'm at 200 out of 300. So I'm going to put it away. We won't see it again until next week. But I was really excited, and I want to show y'all that I got the entire diagonal done. So, and then, like I said, I'll work my way back up. But this helped me to see where all my edges were. So, here is the entire center diagonal of Anzac. Isn't that cool? I just love it. It is so cool. I need to clean it up a little bit. There's some, you know, pink. But the 718, the middle row, is completely done, which means I will not be using 718 anymore. So on either side of it is 550. So I'm going to go down, or should I say, on this side we'll go down the rainbow, and this side will go up the rainbow, with the pink being in the middle. So I'll be working on 550 on each side until I get those 2 diagonals done. That is just so cool looking. I am going to take a picture of that because it excites me. So, excuse me. I got 4 prompts done tonight. Made it to the third tier, and got a pretty good start on a prompt for next week. So that is it for me tonight. I'm off the next couple nights, so I don't know how well recording is going to be. But we will see you again soon. And happy stitching. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. It is Sunday, August 9th. It's the end of this clip. I'm going to do a quick recap of the little bit of stitching that I got done while I was off the last few days. Plus life, you know. My hair is a mess. I tried doing the French braid thing. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, but all the little hairs are falling out, so it's probably going to go into a ponytail soon. Okay, so last I saw you was Wednesday night. We made some great progress on some scavenger hunts. Very exciting. But from Tuesday night, remember I was working on I Solemnly Swear, and I wanted to, get the page finished because that will complete a bingo in my whip go, or complete a whip go in my whip go. A lot, whatever. So, I pulled that out. Let me back up a little bit. Thursday, absolutely no stitching because I was exhausted from the week, and we spent some time over at my in-laws. And then I also think I was doing some organizing because we got new furniture when we went to my mom's for my dad's funeral, and so I'm still kind of getting that put where it's supposed to go. So then Friday, I got up, and I had to go to bed at a reasonable time, because Friday I got up bright and early and went school shopping, because it is that time of year, and it was tax-free weekend, and it was amazing. I got we got there early enough that there wasn't hardly anybody there, which was very nice. Bought a few clothes at Walmart, bought school supplies, and then we went to, I think after that we went to Bales because it was open, and they are having a store closing. It's a group of stores like Bales, Palais Royal, Gordman's. There's a couple others on that bag. I forgot to look. Anyway, so all of their clothes were 70% off. And some of them were marked down even before that. So like, I found a pair of slacks for my husband, and they were originally $60. They were already marked down to $22. When they were 70% off, they were like $6. Well, then if I got more than 8 items, it took another 20% off of that, which I don't know what that ends up. I didn't look at the receipt that closely. And then my mother-in-law had a coupon for 10% off of that. So I bought $1,200 worth of clothes for $175. It said my total savings was $1,045. So that was pretty awesome. And that included shoes. So I got 10 shoes for both kids, and then Lexi got some heeled sandals. You know, she's going into junior high. Anyway, so that was super exciting. But I mean, we were there all day. We got there at 7 in the morning. Because we went to some stores after that. We had lunch. She took me out for my birthday lunch. And so by the time we got home, it was like 7 in the evening, and then we ate dinner together, and then I got home, and we got all the school supplies sorted and put away, and school clothes sorted and put away. And then I was giving the kids a few minutes to like unwind and play on their games, and I sat down in a chair and fell asleep. So there went Friday. So Saturday night, I decided I was going to get some stitching done. And so I pulled out I Solemnly Swear so that I could get the page finish on it. And I did. So here is... Ooh, hold on. Okay. The top half of I Solemnly Swear. So it's just 2 pages, top and bottom. But you can see where the line goes all the way across. So, where's my clipboard? Just so I can get some of the sunlight out of that. So it's looking really good, even though I have messed up so many times on this thing. But I think you can see if you look close enough. Don't look close. So on to page 2. But I completed my goal for Whip Go. So a bingo means I get a new start. We'll get to that in a minute too. Like, y'all are like really low. Okay. So then after I got done with that, I wasn't done stitching for the night, and Saturday nights are for my focus piece. My focus piece right now is Miss Ladybug. So I worked on her. And I filled in all this brighter red in here. And then I started filling in the grays in her skirt and wings. I really don't have much to go. I've got some more gray in this wing and the skirt on this side. I think I'm done on this side. I may even be done on this side, I'm not sure. that little black square and her black shoes, and I think that's it outside of beading. So she's getting pretty close to done. So, that's exciting. Okay, so that's all I worked on this weekend. I will tell you, I got my part of the Stitching Sirens Retreat package in the mail. And of course, it's exactly like the one I already showed you, with the little kit and the little goodies, except that my highlighter is yellow and my pen is orange. The other one, the highlighter was orange and the pen was gold, so little switcheroo there. But, ooh, I folded my cardboard. Oh, okay. So, that is that. That is it for this week. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you coming back. If you're a returning viewer, if you're a new viewer, I am sorry this week was a hot mess. I am just back after several weeks of being gone. Thank you for everybody in the birthday wishes. I didn't post that on my Facebook, but I got so many people wished me a happy birthday, and I really appreciate that. And some people looked in after me wondering why I hadn't put a video out in a little while, and I appreciate that. So I should be getting back to normal. It feels like I'm getting back to normal. I'm a little nervous about school starting, but I also kind of need it. Let's be honest. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope y'all have a great week, and I hope you come back and see me next week. Happy stitching.